Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 11 of Campus Gridiron. We have Drew. It's about time. We
I'm
actually
back.
have a full episode. It's awesome.
It's good to be back for a full
I'm
episode this
sure
time.
it
I
is.
know.
And we have Mr. Tommy Cutlets on the bottom of our screen. Welcome back, Lennon.
Yeah.
The dream's over. Tyrod Taylor took his job anyways.
Oh, whatever, man. It's okay. Caleb Williams coming soon.
Let me tell you, Caleb Williams is gonna be the biggest crybaby in the NFL when that happens. But this is an NFL show.
Probably.
This is a college football show. So let me start off the episode with a very nice symphony of just happiness. Just give me, here you go.
That's Texas, though, right?
Hell no. That is the USF fight song. It's bowl season. We're in the bowls. Let me tell you, I've had a lot of fun in this bowl season, and I'll get into that in just a minute. But
no, you can just get into it right now because we're going to begin with recapping the games that have already happened. You know, I had friends who had press credentials to said game who were rooting for Syracuse, and yeah, it was 45-0. South Florida just absolutely mashed him into the ground. I wanted to watch the game. I checked the score. I saw it was 30-0, and I said, maybe not. But Drew's happy. So
I'm thrilled. I am thrilled.
What was the key takeaway from that game?
My key takeaway is Byron Brown is a god. That is my Byron Brown and Sean Atkins are the best duo in college football. That is my takeaway from that game. I was there. I was in the second row. It was the greatest game I've ever seen from USF in a long time. So it was a long journey from where we were to now. And I'm really happy where the program is right now. I did bring something back with me from Boca. If you would give me a second, here you go.
Of course.
So
okay, I'm curious now, man. This is
so before the entire bowl game, I decided to create a sign for this game, and it's about Byron Brown. Hold on. What? Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that. So.
Oh, good. It looked like a sick sign, though. Show it off again.
We have Go Bulls.
Yeah, there you go. Is it signed by
Byron Brown for Heisman? Oh, yeah, you go. So Byron Brown for Heisman. Bulls on ESPN, and if you can see that is Byron Brown's signature on the Heisman.
That is sick.
That's awesome.
That is sick.
I pretty much got the entire team on here. Got Sean Atkins right here, our star wide receiver. Donovan Jennings, one of our. He's a 6-year college football. He had never left USF the entire time he was there. So
at least,
I love
there's
this
some
guy. Oh yeah, there's some longevity on here. Yeah. So I brought that with me, and I brought some videos from from where we were actually.
Did they play at FAU Stadium?
Yeah. That is the entire team hosting the trophy.
Did you rush the field?
That's so cool.
You're damn right we rushed the field. Let me tell you, I had the worst headache I think I've ever had at this game because we were screaming our heads off at this game, man. Like, our head coach went he called the timeout just to yell at an official, and the whole section of like USF fans, there was a lot of USF fans at this game. We were like,
South Florida,
goalish, goalish, goal. Like we were just chanting. We were like, let's fucking go. So the energy was top notch at this game. I think it was louder than any game Florida had all year. So,
you weren't at the Tennessee game, brother. Yeah, I don't know. You weren't there. But
let me just say this. The post game press conference for Alex Golesh, the head coach, is probably one of the most legendary clips I think I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys have seen it. If you haven't, let me show you real quick.
I mean, I will say, if Miami loses and Florida State loses, USF might be the best team in Florida because they're the only one who won a bowl game. So see what happens.
Let me see if I can find it.
USC
real quick.
tied it up, by the way, at 7.
Oh wow. Okay. Here it is.
You know what? We got there a year ago and we asked these guys to buy some flags, some once again came. It's pretty cool, man. You know, when you get a group of guys to buy into a vision, they had no reason to. I've never been a coach and for blind faith and they bought in, and we weren't perfect. We're imperfect in every way, but gosh darn it, man! Like, man, oh man, we just went and whooped that ass. You know what?
I did see that, and that was an hysterical clip.
I love where this program is. I can't wait for the future. Byron Brown is just going to stay with the program. I think he's a future Heisman candidate, if I'm being honest. Because the way he's been performing, this was his first full year.
How I was hyping up the Boston College quarterback, and look how that turned out. So.
Yeah, what happened to the Eagles, buddy? What's happening?
It's okay. They're gonna beat SMU tomorrow. It's okay.
And speaking of that game, we'll get to our predictions in a minute. I'm not even shameless plugging. This is my own channel. 11 o'clock in the morning. Wake up. I am the annoying alarm horn from SpongeBob. Wake up. Thursday morning football. SMU, Boston College, 11 o'clock, Fenway Park. I'll be on the call. Yeah, I had to do the Boston accent for the Fenway Park. Anyway, let's get on to some more Florida football while we're at it. UCF lost to Georgia Tech. Now, I don't know how surprising that was to you two, but to me, I expected UCF to win that game. And I'm sure Drew is very.
I picked UCF to win that game too.
Let me just say this. I find it so ironic how UCF lost in Tampa because the game was in Tampa, in my home stadium.
Yeah, it was in Raymond James too. That was great.
It was probably the best 2 days of football I've ever watched for my sake. Because number one, the day before USF absolutely demolished Syracuse. We already talked about that. But let me just say this: the UCF quarterback was a USF transfer. He came from USF. I'm so glad he's gone because he is such a fucking bum. He's terrible at football.
Remember, we can't censor things here.
I don't care.
Yeah, what's this all?
I've said this word a minute. I've said that word a lot on this channel, and nothing's happened. So
continue.
Anyways, I'm so glad he's gone because he's not a good quarterback. The first play of scrimmage, he threw a pick. Everyone, he threw a pick to the hands of a Georgia Tech defender. That's how terrible this quarterback is. And now I'm done. That's my rant. Thank you very much. I'm here every Wednesday night. Thank you.
Oh, boy. Well, I get that. And we're going to get into some transfers later on. One in particular, me and Lennon can't wait to kind of attack here. But we might have the same reaction if he goes into the swamp and plays very poorly, or I guess Jacksonville and plays very poorly next year. On to some other bowl game recaps here. This one was an interesting one. Northwestern defeated Utah in a 14-7 defensive
14-7.
battle. Lennon and I talked about that game really quick a couple weeks ago. We knew it was going to be a tight contest, and Utah ended up they had the ball late in the fourth quarter, just couldn't capitalize. Northwestern won it by 7. Any surprises on that one?
Yes and no, but
yeah, I wouldn't say I'm surprised because Utah's kind of had an off year without their star quarterback. I'm definitely happy for Northwestern and how their season has come from where they were last year. They're kind of like the USF of the Big Ten, or I think they're in the Big Ten, right? Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
they're in the Big Ten. But I definitely think that Utah just hasn't had a good year, so I wouldn't say I'm surprised. But the defense was definitely there in that game. So, I mean, it's bowl season. You can't really expect anything.
I guess that is a good way of looking at it. Postseason can't really predict anything. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
You are 100% right with what was going on right now in West Virginia. 4 minutes left, and West Virginia leading North Carolina 30-10. Lemon shutting off his camera. You know, obviously, the Tar Heels are his ACC team. Well, we knew Drake may declare for the draft. We knew he wasn't going to be playing in this game. But did you expect North Carolina to score more than 10?
In my defense, it was 17-10 at halftime. So that's the only win we're going to have
My
tonight.
question, my thing is, how do you live up 17 points to West Virginia? That's just because West Virginia.
Yeah, I know.
It was the power of the Mountain Mama.
Really good.
West Virginia doesn't even have a leading rusher over 800 yards. Let that sink in here. The running backs nowadays in college football have over 900 yards a season usually. And West Virginia doesn't have a single rusher over 800 yards. Nor do they have a receiver over 500 yards receiving. They have one receiver that has 501 yards the entire season.
Yeah.
Wild. Absolutely mind-boggling statistics right there.
It's terrible.
Garbo.
Really bad.
Garbo. And then, obviously, we'll keep you updated throughout the show. But 15th ranked Louisville going up against USC right now in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. That game tied at 7. You can watch that game live on Fox.
Yep.
Live from Petco Park, the Padres Stadium. Pretty cool there. So let's head into the rest of the weekend's matchups and obviously championship games on Monday. But let's begin it with your beloved Boston College Eagles hosting
no, your beloved Boston College Eagles.
Yeah, your.
Time Boston College was here, they absolutely mopped UConn. They have a significantly better opponent today.
Let me just say, UConn.
Yeah, they're a basketball school, Grant. You know that.
That's what I was saying. I ain't hyping it up. I'm just dropping factual information.
So if we are doing a prediction for this game, I just don't see any way in God's green earth how Boston College somehow wins this game, because the comparison of these two quarterbacks are just it's mind-boggling. Tommy Castellanos has 15 touchdowns, right? We'll say that. He has also thrown 13 interceptions. That's pretty terrible if you ask me. Like, sure, you have a positive interception to touchdown ratio, but 13 interceptions? And then we go over to the SMU side. Their quarterback has thrown for 28 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions.
I mean, I've been saying this all along about Castellanos is he is a running quarterback, and
That is true.
you do look at the 13 interceptions.
Yeah.
I know he's turnover happy, but you can't really base him off his turnovers. You have to base him on his scrambling ability and the plays he can make outside the pocket. Something he struggled with mightily the last 3 weeks of the season was reading the defense. And remember, Boston College heads into this game on a 3-game losing skid. They got absolutely demolished by Miami on Black Friday at home. Every game they projected to win, they've won. Every game Boston College has projected to lose, they've lost. SMU, earlier today I saw, has that 77 win percentage rate. And though, go Eagles, Kaka, it will be SMU. The Mustangs are going to win by, I would say, 3 possessions. I think it'll be a tight first half, but Boston College's defense is known for giving up a lot of points in the second half, and that's the one thing that concerns me is the second half defense. So I'm going to go SMU wins 31-10.
Okay. Let me just say this about the win percentage thing real quick before letting goes. ESPN has changed it now to an 83.5% chance for SMU to win.
Oh my God, it was 77.
That's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Yikes!
Yep, Boston College 16.5%.
I mean, Boston College. I mean, we'll talk about this real quickly because he hasn't officially committed elsewhere yet, but they are going to be without their running back, Pat Garrow III. He entered the transfer portal heading into his senior season next year. He was a really good, cowbell back for Boston College. Really sad to see him go. He hasn't officially announced where he's going to commit, so I figured that'd be quick. We'll talk about that. Garrow, appreciate your service, sir. Wish you best of luck. Please don't go to an ACC team or else I think you're a traitor.
Hey, come to the Bay, baby. Come to the Bay.
Why not, go to an offensive line,
Yeah.
go to a great offensive line spot, and you can hopefully get drafted next year. That would be pretty cool.
Let me just say this about the SMU team that Boston College will be facing. Their only 2 losses have been against 18th ranked Oklahoma, with Dylan Gabriel and that explosive offense, where they only lost by 17. That's not terrible when you look at the game. And then they've also lost to
Mississippi. They almost beat Ole Miss, actually.
They beat TCU, or they lost to TCU by 17 as well. But you just think that's a Big 12 school against an American Athletic Conference school where it's basically David against Goliath at that point, where SMU's a very good kind of powerhouse school for that conference. And I just don't see Boston College having any chance against that school, I guess.
Well, you make a good point. Isn't SMU going to the ACC?
They are.
Yes.
So I guess
Next
something
year.
we're gonna start to see a little bit more of this rivalry. I guess next year, maybe this bowl game will kind of brew to a future rivalry. You never know.
Yeah, the conference game right here. They're champions right here. American champions.
I really wish that Boston College had a much lighter opponent. Why couldn't Boston College play Syracuse again? That was a team they beat. In fact, that was our last victory all the way back.
No one can have such an explosive offense as USF. It's okay. You can sit down there with the Tommy Castellanos with his little legs and just start running. But talk to me when you have a quarterback that can throw for over 4,000 all-purpose yards. Okay.
That was Phil Jerkovic in 2021, and then he got injured, and then he transferred to Pitt.
Oh, sorry, that was 2
Sad
years ago?
tears.
That was almost 3
Sad
years
tears.
ago? What? 3 years ago?
Yeah, I know. It's been rough for Boston College. Pretty much ever since Matt Ryan has left, they have been terrible in the quarterback.
No, you have not experienced what it's like to be a USF fan through 2019 to 2022.
I haven't. But I've watched
how many games they won in that span?
Jaguars, so I feel your pain in some sense.
That's 4 years. You know how many games they won in that little span? 3. 3. 3 games, and not only one of them was against an FBS opponent. What are we doing?
Well, I also sat through a 21-game losing streak by the Jaguars, so I feel that pain.
Whose fault was that?
UCF grad Blake Bortles.
Yeah, that's my guy. Woohoo! 31 years old and retired, a $40 millionaire. Jesus, good for Blake. What's he up to nowadays? Still gotta get him on the channel. On to the next games we got here. This is a very interesting one. 14th ranked Arizona versus 12th ranked Oklahoma. What is our expectations heading into this game? I have Arizona upsetting by 3.
Wow. Good.
I absolutely hate Oklahoma with every single bone in my body for no apparent reason, but they're coming to the SC next year. So Arizona, that's right. Go Wildcats. So go Wildcats.
All right.
See, I'm a hater.
That's my reason.
Oklahoma's gonna absolutely shit on Arizona. It's just gonna be a bloodbath. Yeah, just I don't see Arizona beating Oklahoma. Sure, it's a 14 versus a 12 seed, I guess, but I don't see it happening. You have three really good backups, including General Booty. General Booty might play tomorrow. Who knows if it's such a bloodbath? But yeah, since Dylan Gabriel left, I still think Oklahoma still has a really big chance to win this game.
Understandable. Arizona comes in hot. I think they've won like 4 in a row. Now, you haven't played in a couple of weeks, and you are going up against a really tough team like the Oklahoma Sooners. So, I don't know. I think that's going to be definitely one to watch. But, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Oklahoma won, but I'll pick Arizona just for the sake of being different, I suppose.
And just to go off of what Arizona has kind of gone through the winning streak, they only won to Colorado in Boulder by 3. So when you look at how Colorado did this past season against big Pac-12 competition, I don't think Arizona's defense is going to have to really work that hard, especially with how good the Oklahoma offense is. So, yeah.
All right, I guess we're on to Friday's games. There's 2 I want to predict here. First at 2 o'clock on Friday, it's the Frosted Flakes Bowl, if you will. 19th ranked Oregon State versus
Tiger Sun Bowl.
Yeah, the Tony the Tiger Bowl. I just call it the Frosted Flakes Bowl just to be funny. 19th ranked Oregon State versus 16th ranked Notre Dame. This is actually another sneaky, really good matchup, really tight matchup. I'm going to pick Notre Dame to just edge it out. But what do you guys think about that game?
Yeah, well, is Hartman playing or is he out? I don't know what's the difference.
I think he's
sitting
playing.
out.
I think he's
Hartman's playing.
I think he is.
If he plays
Notre
Dame, if he does,
I haven't gotten word he's not.
Okay, I haven't either. So for the sake of that, I'll take the Irish, I guess.
Let me just give you a little graph of how Sam Hartman's season went. Ready? He's up here, right?
Yeah.
Notre Dame did start off hot. They lost to Ohio State, and they really got lost.
They should have beat Ohio State.
They should have. If only they knew how to
call it. Quarterback's bad when an American Athletic Conference quarterback throws for more yards than you. Okay, it's just Sam Hartman threw for 2,600 yards. Byron Brown threw for over 3,200. So that's all I have to say about that. I still think the Irish are going to win because of just how good they kind of are against opponents like Oregon State, especially without their quarterback. Yeah, I just don't see the Irish losing.
Gotcha. London, you're going Notre Dame too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Irish on that one.
On to a game, Len, that I know definitely has some interest in you. It's the Our Zone Liberty Bowl between 9th-ranked Missouri and 7th-ranked Ohio State. Now,
Oh no, you're wrong about that. That's the Cotton Bowl.
the Cotton Bowl. I'm reading this thing off ESPN. There it is.
I am too.
Cotton Bowl. My bad. I'm reading up top, not the bottom. This is the Cotton Bowl. My bad. Missouri versus Ohio State. 8 o'clock on Friday night. Now, Lennon, you've been talking about Missouri, and you talked about them a lot after the Florida game. How impressive this run game is for that offense? Do you see them breaking through and giving Ohio State their second loss of the season?
I actually do. I really do. I don't think Kyle McCord transferred out. I don't think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to play. I don't know for sure, but I don't even think he's declared yet, but I think he's going to. I think Missouri has everybody in depth. So I'm going to go with the SEC in this one. Go Tigers, upset Ohio State, give them their second loss of the season.
So I'm gonna be with Lennon here. I think Missouri is gonna beat.
Shit. That's a first. That never happened.
Yeah, Ohio State, because number one, Kyle McCord is transferred to the school that my precious university has destroyed. Yeah, he transferred to Syracuse. But just also, is Marvin Harrison Jr. also, is he playing?
I haven't gotten word
for the draft.
I would be really surprised if he does. But
he came out and said he wants to beat Michigan, so that's kind of throwing everybody off. But at this point, you're the best receiver in college football. You're millions, so you're top 5 draft pick easy. So I don't know. I haven't heard it.
I just don't see him being that big of an impact, especially against, even though he won't be facing them. I just see Missouri's offense just really pounding it through the Ohio State defense, especially with their running back running for over 1,400 yards this season, and their leading receiver going for over 1,100 yards, almost 1,200 yards. So I see Brady Cook and the Missouri Tigers upsetting the Ohio State University Buckeyes and leading that team through the postseason into a really, really good 2024 season. So, yeah.
Well, we know Missouri's played a lot of teams tough, a lot of teams close. There was a couple of games that they only lost by a possession or two that really could have went any other way. I think it'll be a one-possession game. Honestly, I think I'm going to pick Missouri too. Why? Because no Kyle McCord. I think if McCord plays, I'm going to pick Ohio State to win.
McCord's not playing.
Yeah, I know McCord's not playing.
Yeah.
Because
and we don't know about Marvin Harrison either. So
and Marvin Harrison,
I've got Missouri too.
Give me Missouri because of the question marks on this team, and I don't think a backup quarterback is going to do well against that ferocious.
Especially with the top receiver. That's just not going to happen.
I think that's a death note. Ohio State is probably the better team, but because of the transfers, we don't know how well they're going to play. So.
Yeah.
Heading on to Saturday's batch, there's only 2 I want to recap here. First, we'll begin with the one of my favorite names, the Chick-fil-A Bowl. 10th-ranked Penn State and 11th-ranked Ole Miss. What are we thinking about that game? I'm going to pick Ole Miss to win. Pretty even matchup, if you ask me, though.
Okay.
Okay. Again, I don't know if Penn State quarterback's playing.
Let me take Penn State because Drew Aller has only thrown 1 interception all year. It's mind-boggling fact, actually. But.
Yeah, I was kind of on the Rebels hype train for a little bit this season, but I'm going to take the Nittany Lions as well.
I really like this bowl game and how it's been hyped up, especially because it's a 10 versus 11, so it's a pretty good bowl game.
I think it's going to be a great game. Yeah, definitely. I got to go with the Nittany Lions in this one too.
Especially with Penn State losing to Michigan by 9. Okay, that's pretty good. Like if you lose by 9 to Michigan this year, so
Penn State could have won that game too.
Yeah. They
That was
also
a really
blew out
close
Michigan
game.
State by 42. So
Yeah.
that's really what you look for in that.
Absolutely. So I don't know. It'll be close. We'll see. I think that'll be a one possession game no matter who wins it. Very even matchup. That'll be a fun one to watch Saturday at 12 o'clock. Now, 4 o'clock. You know what's coming.
Oh man.
6th ranked Georgia, 5th ranked Florida State. Florida! How dare you? I stuck up for you. And I said, screw Texas, screw Alabama. You deserved to be in the Final Four. And now you have 20 players, 20, to not play in this monumental game for your program.
Yeah.
You are suing college football for this? Just for your players to opt out of the most important game of your collegiate career?
Not important. It's not.
Typical Florida State. There you go. Can't handle. They're only good. They only come out when
I
they win.
stuck up for you and you made me look like an idiot. Bulldogs by 60.
Nah, Grant. Bulldogs by 90.
Bulldogs
Go
by
Dogs. I've never wanted Georgia to win a game so bad.
4,000. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
You don't complain to the SEC and the ACC and whine and moan and complain about not being selected, and then half of your roster opts out of the game.
What I hate about all of this is you have a guy in Jordan Travis who's worked his ass off his entire collegiate career and have his one injury impact the entire team and make it so they cannot go to the CFP.
Right.
I hate that. If key players, okay, you still have your star wide receiver, you still have your star, you still have everyone else on your roster, but your one quarterback gets injured for the rest of the season.
The way they've played the last 2 games is why they're not in the Final Four.
I don't care if they
struggled
play the
against the
last 2
struggling
games.
Florida
You should
team.
be
They
in the
struggled
CFP
against
if
Their
you go
defense
13-0,
played lights
especially if
out,
you're in
as
the
I said
ACC.
before.
If you're in the ACC and you go 13-0, you should be in the playoff. That's
But the
just how it
ACC
is.
is not a good conference overall. Florida State is the best team in the ACC. Good
But
conference.
yeah,
and they were
that's what I'm saying.
schedule.
You can't put Bama in the playoff. Bama almost lost to USF. Okay, USF has had some
That is
really
true.
bad struggles. How do you put a team that struggled against USF into the college football playoff over a team that went 13-0 against ACC opponents?
Because Alabama would kick the living hell out of Florida State. Same with Texas. Same with Washington. Same with Michigan. Bama's in because they beat Georgia, and you can't put Bama over Texas because Texas beat Bama earlier. That's why Texas is 3, and that's why Bama's 4.
I just can't wait for Texas to get absolutely curb stomped. Okay, because let's be honest here. Texas is not going to win. Texas is absolutely going to get bulldozed. Okay, and when I say bulldozed, I mean bulldozed.
Are
How it
you
is.
sure?
I'm very sure.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a second.
I will bet
We'll get to those games
$20
in a
on this. Okay, $20 going into the pot. That's just
That is crazy. That is crazy. By the way, to make
I still don't know
matters
who
worse for Florida State, it was announced today that Keon Coleman is in fact declaring for the draft. So even though he probably wasn't going to play regardless, he did declare today. So, yep, Georgia's going to continue to just pile it on there. Keon Coleman's going to be a first-round pick, at least that's what he's projected.
Oh yeah.
Please fall to the Jaguars at like 22, please. I beg. Anyways, it's not going to happen.
You might be overlooked.
This dude's 6'7", 210 pounds. Do you think the Jaguars are going to get to him at 22? Oh wait. Hold on. I have a question, Grant. I have a question.
Yes, answer my question.
What
Drew.
the fuck happened on Sunday against my beautiful Buccaneers?
We don't talk about.
I was there. It was great. It was a great game to be
I
at.
thought you were a
about
Dolphins
it.
fan. Why are you doing that?
We don't talk about Jaguar collapse.
I live in Tampa. Come on now. Do
It
you
was
need
the only game this year I'm not going to
Flash?
broadcast on the channel, and I'm very happy because I honestly would have turned
Well,
off the stream once it was 30-0. I would have turned it off. Yeah, we know. Don't care. Whatever.
sixth row?
Baker Mayfield
At least-
MVP?
Hey,
Question
at
mark.
least we won our wild card game last year. Throwing the most useless.
I won our we won our wild card game too.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, where's Daniel Jones? Where is he at? Is he
Who cares?
crying
Who?
in his sleep every
Who
night?
cares,
I don't
bro?
care.
Tyron
I don't
What happened to
care.
Tommy Cullits? What happened to Tommy? What happened to my boy
alright.
Tommy Cullits? What happened to
Nah,
my
no.
boy?
But I think
Okay,
the pressure
we're getting
got
off
to
track.
him.
This is an
it's not
NFL
fair.
Getting
podcast.
off
This is
track.
college.
We don't talk about the
Yeah, it's
Jaguars'
college.
monumental collapse on the channel. We don't talk about it. 8-3 to 8-7. I am currently losing my mind. Over
Blake
that.
Bortles sucks.
Hey, by the way, we should have signed him to our practice squad. What are we doing signing Matt Barkley for? We should have got Blake out of retirement. Anyways,
that would be a great
on
idea.
to the main events. To the main event, I guess the co-main events. First is Alabama, Michigan at 5 o'clock on Monday. That's the game we're going to predict first. We're going to go off the times. Michigan, Alabama, 5 o'clock on ESPN, live from the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Well, who wants to go first?
Michigan.
Michigan? All
Michigan by
right.
30.
Lennon?
That's just Bama's not scoring over 17 points in this game.
Lennon, you want to counter-argue or do you agree?
Oh, I don't think both of these games are going to be a blowout. I think they're both really close. This is Michigan's to lose, I think. But experience and the fact that Bama wins a championship every 3 years, and this is year 3. Roll Tide, close. Bama by 7. Roll Tide.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that at all. I have Michigan winning as well. I don't know.
Okay.
How much I think it could be a one-possession game. I'm gonna go Michigan wins by 10. I'm gonna play it safe, 30-20. I think they'll just score.
Michigan 35, Bama 7.
Nah, I don't think so. Now I know Jalen Milroe hasn't really impressed me a lot outside of his footwork, but
Yeah, no, he can't
Nick
go for nothing.
Saban is
Milroe
gonna
for the
keep
USF game.
you
They need to
in
bench
these
him because
games.
they were
The
scared of him.
defense is gonna step up, and I don't know. I just have a
No, they
weird
benched him because he
feeling
swept
that.
against Texas. Chill out, bro.
I don't know. I got a weird feeling that Michigan is going to win. Now, if Alabama wins, would I be shocked? Not in the slightest. But I'm going to go Michigan by 10.
I won't be shocked if Michigan wins either. Like I said, I think this is Michigan's to lose.
These two games, whoever the Final Four is, I wouldn't be shocked. We got a 1 out of 8 chance,
I wouldn't
right?
be
Yeah. So let's see. But 8:45 following game. Third-ranked Texas against second-ranked Washington. This game will be in the Superdome, home of the New Orleans Saints, who we have for Texas,
I think
Washington.
we already
Drew
heard Drew's prediction, so I think
already
that's-
thinks Washington is going to absolutely
I just see my
mollywop Texas.
Tampa boy Michael Penix Jr. absolutely curb stopping Texas on the throat. So, yeah, go Tampa. Woo! All right, there it is.
All right, Lennon, what
Oh
you
man,
got?
I've been riding Washington all season long. I think in every episode I've been rooting for Washington. Michael Penix until Jaden Daniels beat Florida, and then I was like, no, him for Heisman. Washington wins this game. I think Washington's offense is way too good. I don't think Texas has that. I haven't watched much of, but I think what Michael Penix is. I think Washington has the better offense. Yeah, to go Huskies by 10. Close game, but I got to pick Washington in that one.
Huskies by 10. I'm going to go Huskies by 3. I think Washington wins it 27-24. This could honestly be like a walk-off field goal situation. But I do predict Washington will face off against Michigan in the finals. So
Oh,
me and Drew are going to have, if memory serves right, Michigan versus Washington, and you, sir, are going to have Washington versus Alabama. How interesting.
God, it's like
See,
2017 again.
the fan side of me wants to see a Bama Texas rematch in the championship, but I think Washington will beat Texas.
Yeah.
And USC is up
That-
21-7 on Louisville.
Wow.
Yeah, Jake Plummer went to the injury tents, and USC took over. They blocked a punt. I think they were in it. Yeah, blocked a punt. Good field
I'm gonna
position.
showcase a bowl that I think is gonna get out of hand very, very fast. Tennessee versus Iowa in Orlando. Yeah,
Great. How am I?
Iowa's gonna get curb stomped again.
Yeah, Iowa, I know they have a great defense, but Tennessee should win by at least 2 or 3 possessions.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. Iowa held Michigan to only 26. But yes, no, Tennessee by a million.
I just, dude, the Iowa quarterback. Let me read you some of his stats real quick. He only
so
attempted
bad.
233 attempts this season, passing attempts. Had a little over 1,000 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Brutal stat line.
Wow, that's a big boy too. He's 6'3", 258. So, yeah, not great. His QBR, you ready for this? Is 22.8.
That's worse than if you spike the ball into the ground on every single play.
Jeez, I mean that's almost better. That's almost better than the entire Giants' offense this year. I mean, that's just. I think that's better than if you put Jalen Hyatt at quarterback.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we got our predictions. Do we want to give our predictions now, or do we want to film a quick episode next week to give our championship predictions? Because I'm thinking
we should
could
wait till we
film
know
it.
who's in the game.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we could film it like next Tuesday, if I can. We can film it
I
next
can't do
Tuesday.
that.
Okay, well, we can find a day next week, recap both games, give a quick prediction, be like, although the chat really wants us to give predictions now.
The only
they-
time
they-
I can film
Predictions now,
is-
and then we
But we
give
don't.
our
but we
actual
don't.
prediction when
Well, we all have different teams. Like I have Bama, Washington. You have Michigan, Washington. So it's not. I mean, we could do that, and then we can get our
Let's do it.
real.
And then we'll talk about transfer portal, and then we're getting out of here. How about that? We'll give our
All right.
unofficial predictions now. How about that?
There
Fine.
you go.
I think the championship game is going to be really, really competitive, especially when it's Michigan and Washington.
Keep sleeping on Alabama, brother. Go ahead.
Dude, Bama's going to get fucking curb stomped, man. It's just boom, 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 boom. Just
Bro,
but
y'all
the
don't.
championship game,
Go ahead.
I think that I think Washington's going to pull away from Michigan. I really do think it's going to happen, especially with
Really?
the Washington offense. I got to stay with my Tampa boy. My Tampa boy he's my guy. I love Washington, how they're doing all their stuff. Their defense, I think, is going to really lock in against a team like Michigan, especially with that run game of Blake Corum. I just don't think Michigan can really pull out the perfect season. I don't see it happening.
Oh my God.
I love chat. Little dude in top right is funny.
Attaboy, Charles. Attaboy, Charles. That's Drew, by the way. Of course, it's been a while since he's been on one of these
Yeah.
episodes, but we got him for the championship prediction, thankfully. All right. Should I just go next since I have the same matchup?
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess I should go,
Go
and then
ahead.
Lennon can wrap it up with Alabama, Washington. I actually have Michigan winning by a possession. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, I have no idea. But I'm going to go with Washington. They're going to have the lead in the second half, and I think Michigan pulls it out in the end. I think J.J. McCarthy pulls out a little fourth-quarter magic, handoff to Blake Corum, up the middle with seconds remaining, touchdown. Not what I want. I'm rooting for Washington in this fight, but prediction, I'm going to go with Michigan. There also is that slim chance that Harbaugh is not returning to Michigan next year. He's already under a lot of scrutiny with his suspension. I do think he is a perfect candidate right now for the Chargers head coaching position, so he might leave college football. And I think if this is going to be the last game he coaches for Michigan, he is going to make it count. He wants J.J. McCarthy to declare for the draft, get that draft stock on the rise. It's going to be a fantastic game. I'm going to go 34-31 Michigan wins.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Really? You guys,
We
I
all-
shocked you both
we
with
all-
that. Good.
No, Lennon.
This. Go ahead.
I was just saying, Lennon's gonna go Alabama by 28.
Huh?
Did you not hear me?
No, you keep cutting out.
God, no.
I was gonna say, Lennon's gonna say Alabama by 28. That's gonna be. That's my prediction.
You think you know me that well, huh?
I'm going to say Lennon's going to say Alabama wins by 3.
Really? Okay.
Well, what's your
How about
prediction, pal? We're waiting.
How about Washington by 3?
Ooh, we need
Whoa!
against
I'm
Alabama in the championship? That's wild.
I know. We'll see what happens with, but I think Washington has a great offense, and Bama has a great defense. I think Penix, and that I can't pronounce their receiver's last name, but he's really good.
I'm calling it right now. Charles is absolutely flabbergasted right now. He's just like, really? Wow. I love you, Charles. I love you.
I do.
Charles, shout out. Thank you. I don't know if you were on Sam's stream or not. I know the Bruins are on right now. I don't know if it was intermission or whatever. Thank you for stopping by. I was shocked to see you in the chat, but we greatly appreciate it.
Good to
Not
meet
trying
you.
to steal views from Sam or anything. Just figured, while I wasn't commentating the Bruins tonight, we'd have the boys on and get rid of the Campus Gridiron episode for this week. So I guess what we'll do is we'll film another episode next week recapping the bowl games, and then I guess give our official prediction for whatever the matchup is. Because if Texas beats Washington, all of our predictions one way or another will be incorrect. None of us had Texas winning. So if Texas wins, all our predictions were pretty much pointless. So
Yep, exactly.
we'll go with that. But before we wrap it up, we want to talk about the transfer portal. And we're going to go with the transfers that kind of from least recent to most recent. I want to begin with Oklahoma senior quarterback Dylan Gabriel transferring to Oregon. What do we think about this? We know Bo Nix is going to be drafted. I feel like Oregon already has a loaded quarterback room, and adding Dylan Gabriel on top of that, what do you guys think? Was that the right call for him to go there? Go to a soon to be what conference are they going into?
Big Ten.
Big Ten.
I like the decision he made, especially with that offense Oregon has and their run first, pass later offense. I like it. But there was another transfer. I think it was the USC quarterback. That transferred also to Oregon. I don't know what he's doing. He's going to be a backup to Dylan Gabriel because Dylan Gabriel is a literal god on the field.
He is a great player.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. But I like what Dylan Gabriel's doing over there, at Oregon, or what he's going to do at Oregon, really, or UCLA quarterback. Yeah, my bad, Charles. Thank you. Yeah, dude, Charles is catching up to that. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, I really don't know why he transferred out because he was going to start at Oklahoma anyway. I don't think their quarterback room is good. Oh, me personally, I think he's leaving to play in the SEC, but that's a different story for another day. I mean, I like the move. I guess. I mean, a change of scenery is really good for some people. It happens all the time. He's going to have fun in the Big Ten. He's got on the field too. I don't know. I don't know why he left. I probably would have. But, everything happens for a reason. We'll have to wait and see. But I was a little surprised to hear him transfer to Oregon. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're on to our next transfer. So Duke's junior quarterback, Riley Leonard, he ended up transferring to Notre Dame. Again, assuming Sam Hartman goes pro. What do we think about Leonard leaving Duke?
I like that move solely because their coach is now the coach of Texas A&M. So, I mean, I'm surprised I didn't follow Mike Elko down to Texas A&M. I'm really embarrassed. But, you lose your coach, it's a lot of these players don't like coaching changes and all that stuff. So I Notre Dame caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting him to go there. I would have thought he would follow his coach to A&M. But I like that move for him. Maybe he could play a little bit better competition, I guess, in a way. I mean, not really, though, but
right.
I like that move for him. I think that's a good move for him.
Their offense over at Notre Dame, I like what Marcus Freeman is doing, especially with what he did with Sam Hartman this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Riley Leonard I think he's a lot smaller than Sam Hartman, but he's also a lot quicker. So,
yeah.
I think Notre Dame is going to form him into a very, very. I think they're going to form him into a pass first quarterback. Like he likes to run. So I wouldn't say they like to do that at Notre Dame. So I would just say that they're going to put him into a pass first system. And if they don't do that, then I don't see Notre Dame putting him into a run first system. That's just not. I don't see it.
I think it's a good move. I mean, again, kind of just like Dylan Gabriel, he was going to be the starter at Duke no matter what, but maybe the change of scenery, playing maybe a little bit better competition is going to give him that edge forward if he decides to declare for the draft last year. Not a move I love, not a move I hate. So we'll just see how he does next season. We got, I think, 2 or 3 more here before we wrap it up. Kyle McCord next, transferring from Ohio State to Syracuse. I'm going to go quickly on this one. The fact he joined the ACC is crazy to me. He just dropped in terms of competition facing. The change of division really shocked me. The Big Ten is a great defensive-heavy school. ACC is not. And McCord, I think he kind of took the cheap way out. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think he could have went to a more contending school, not a 6-6 bowl team that gets blown out 45-0 in said bowl game.
By an American team too.
I don't know.
They're actually 6-7. Thank you.
Oh, 6-7
6
now.
and 7.
That's right.
6 and 7.
And It just shocks me that not that he transferred, but it's the school he went to just kind of threw me off guard when I first saw it. You don't really see huge transfer names land in Syracuse, New York. Great broadcasting school, and the
Yeah.
football program's solid, but
Yeah,
I
I hate that move.
Yeah, I do too. I do. I mean, he passed for 3,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions at Ohio State, and again, they were playing better competition. They were 11-1, lost to even the Michigan game. He played great. I mean, a few mistakes here and there. I don't know why again, like you said, the conference change is also throwing me off a little bit. Just like Dylan Gabriel transferring from what would now be the SEC to the Big Ten is like, okay, that's a little weird. I don't know why you would, but the Big Ten's probably the second best conference in college football behind the SEC. So I guess it doesn't. But yeah, I don't like that move at all. I think he had it made at Ohio State, but again, some of these players need to change the scenery at just the way it goes. I mean, if you like a school, you like a school. There's nothing you can do about it.
like a school,
And of course,
bump
we're
definitely
still
up
stuck in the
stock
American.
a little bit. Why not? Go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Get us out of the American Athletic Conference. We don't belong here.
hey, if you guys have another good year in America next year, you might get invited to a bigger, maybe join the Big 12, play UCF.
Or what's left of it?
Bring back-
ACC. Or what's left of it?
Bring back the
ACC.
War on I-4. Come on. Go to the Big 12. I want to see the War on I-4 again.
I do too. I do too.
Bring it back.
Alright.
Come on. Bring him back.
We probably
Last
would have beaten UCF this year.
He probably could have, actually.
Mhm.
I think USF. I would have picked the Bulls if they played this year.
Yeah.
But
But knowing
Kyle
London, his
McCord
picks are
again,
pretty terrible.
$1 million in NIL deals to join Syracuse. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
I
even
can't-
know that at all, Charles. Thanks for pulling that
See,
up. I mean,
we-
$1.2 million in college on top of a potential NFL check. What?
That's
That's crazy.
look.
That is life altering.
Can we talk about the NIL for a minute? Just because
Sure.
this whole shit is ridiculous. Because see, my thing is, I watched college football because it's not the NFL. Right now, listen, the players should get money if it's on jersey sales or if they're in a video game. That's fine, whatever. Money should not dictate where you go to college. I think that's stupid. It takes the loyalty out of, you know what I mean?
Jersey
And I watch
sales
college.
will
It's not
100%
the
get part of
NFL.
the profit. Same thing if you're in
Exactly.
NCAA, whatever, with the next video game they
Yeah,
make
if you're
in
into video games, the
2025.
jerseys.
Fair enough. Merch sales, ticket sales, even maybe, but
Yeah, they should not.
Yeah,
Money should
I get where
not.
you're coming
Schools should not. Like, and that's why I love college football so much, is because it's not the NFL, right? You're playing for your university, for your heart, and transfer portals ruin that for everybody. Because now, if you want to, you could literally play for 4 different schools each year, or 4 schools in 4 years. It's ridiculous. It's turned into the NFL, and somebody somewhere said, and I said, I wish college football players were still paid under the table. So. We bring that back. It's so I hate that whole NIL thing. It's really ruining the game, but it changes, and you got to.
As you can see,
gotta go with the
I
flow.
am definitely looking forward to the video game, but I definitely think,
Oh yeah, me too. I can't wait.
yeah, I definitely think NIL is really, really stupid, and I think
The way they use it is stupid. Like, I get what they're trying.
No. I'm saying NIL and the way they use it's really stupid. I love that we're giving players money. That's great. I love having that. I just don't like what it's branched off to, especially when it comes to transfer portal, because for example, USF lost 2 really, really good players last year in Jimmy Horn and Xavier Weaver, where they both went to Colorado to play for Coach Prime, but they also got some money, and it ruins programs, really. I don't like where it is. I don't where the college football is going with it. So I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like
I'm
it
with
either.
you guys 100%. I think when it comes to transferring money, shouldn't be an aspect. It's already big enough. You have to move to a new college environment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a little fishy, but
Mhm.
We're off to our last transfer. Lennon, go off. You know, he's a traitor, and you can say it. It's an open.
Dude. No, it's definitely. Listen, I don't see. Like again, it's not the fact that he transferred. I don't care. It's
the fact that
where
he
went to.
transferred from Florida to Georgia.
To
Obviously,
Georgia,
talking about
yeah.
Trevor Etienne, for those who don't know.
But no,
Yeah.
listen. I would much rather him. I would have much rather him go to LSU, and I hate LSU just as much as I hate the Bulldogs. But like, come on, dude. Like, I think he would have been the starting running back again. He would have got more carrying time. Now he's going to go to a stacked freaking room full of talent, where he's going to probably be at the bottom of the totem pole. I mean, maybe he'll work his way up, but he's really not. He's really not that good, man. I mean, he's a one-dimensional back. His brother's better, so I lost all respect for him, in my opinion. But I mean, again, like I said, a change of scenery is good for people sometimes. Maybe he'll go up, but I'm really looking forward to October, whatever, 2024.
Oh yeah,
I hope our linebackers are ready to blow his ass up. But it is what it is, man. I mean,
style, baby.
Yes, sir. I want to see that, man.
All right, one more for Charles, because he's been awesome sports sticking around here. We'll quickly discuss Will Rogers going to Washington, presumably to replace Michael Penix. He, of course, spent the last 4 years at Mississippi State, threw 12 touchdowns, 4 picks this year, 94 touchdowns at the collegiate level with the 138 passer rating. Damn, that's good. That's some good statistics. The only issue is a lot of these playmakers for Washington are going to be declaring for the draft. So is he going to have the stacked roster? We don't really know.
See, okay. Will Rogers was the Mississippi State quarterback, correct? Am I right on that? Yeah. He performed really well with Mike Leach in the air raid attack. And then they had a new coach come in and completely throw him off course. So I'm not surprised he transferred. I like that move. But again, like you said, is the talent that Washington has now still going to be there next year when he goes? We will see. But I like that move. He had to get out of Mississippi State.
No, I agree. Especially with Mississippi State, they made the coaching change. I can't really disagree with the
He changed the way they run the offense, and he threw him off. Like, he probably would have been the best quarterback in the SEC had they kept the air raid Mike Leach offense, but they didn't, and that's why the Bulldogs.
R.I.P. Mike Leach, by the way. R.I.P. Mike Leach.
Yes, amen, brother. He was a character. It was so much fun. Just the interviews were so great, dude.
Yeah. But I do like the Will Rogers move. If he's putting up that amount of numbers against SEC talent, I definitely like his move to a program like Washington and where they are when it comes to that. So I like the move. I just still don't like the transfer portal. I don't like it.
Yeah, the portal definitely ruined college football, I think.
Yeah.
But this was a lot of fun. Good to be back. I hope we're back for championship weekend. I know I will be out of the country. So, I mean, I'll still be watching it. I'll Wi-Fi. So,
okay.
Yeah. You can also text us your predictions too. Like
text us your predictions.
You can always if you can't be able to film, you can always text us, and we can let you know.
Cool.
All right. I'm here till the 6th, so
I'm here till the 1st.
6th will be good, but
I am at my house until January 16th. Oh, I love it! I still gotta go back to college for another 3 weeks. I love it.
I gotta go back on the 8th.
What? Oh, to be fair, didn't you get out a week earlier than we did anyway? So, I mean, I guess it works.
Yeah, true. So,
post it on Discord. You want to hear the predictions? Oh my god, I don't even use Discord. Maybe though, maybe.
I can do that.
I don't either.
There we go. USC currently up against Louisville, 28-14 at the half. And 22nd ranked Oklahoma State is tied with Texas A&M 3-3 right now in the first quarter. That is your current score updates for the bowl games. But we hope you.
I bought these beats today just to listen to the USF fight song on full blast. So I'm gonna go do that after this is done. Just letting
Okay.
everyone know that.
All right. Have fun, brother.
All right, good to see y'all, boys.
All right, Drew. Thank you.
It was a lot
Thank
of
you,
fun.
Lennon. Thank you all. Thank you for tuning in to Season 1, Episode 11. We'll be back 11 o'clock tomorrow morning on the East Coast. Wake up. I'll probably be drinking coffee in the middle of it. Boston College, SMU, the 2023 Fenway Bowl will be live here on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. The plan for Campus Gridiron, there are not going to be too many of these. We'll film one next week for the official prediction video.
Yeah.
We're going to do a season recap, and then we are going to wrap up season 1 with an NFL mock draft in March.
Yeah,
We only got
we're busy.
3 more episodes. We're busy,
Yeah.
but we're going to try to fit in 3 more episodes if we can.
And then we're off for a couple months,
Series.
and then
It's been a
we're
lot of fun
back to the
having Lennon and
2024
Drew on
season.
here, so.
And special thank you to Charles for staying in there and
Special
giving your
thanks
input.
to Charles,
Thank you.
people to Hope, Kyle,
Yeah.
Daniel Barry Sports. Thank you guys so much for tuning
King
in.
Kyle, thank you.
We
Yeah,
love Kyle.
Alex
We love
stopped by, too.
Kyle. We love Kyle
Alex.
here. And
Yeah.
Charles, he's
And
and
Charles.
Tweet the Hope. They're all long-time subscribers of the channel. So whenever they
Awesome.
pop in, Alex too, of course, for that few minutes there.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate it because I'm going to be blunt. Whenever we post this is some of my more lower viewed videos on the channel,
Mhm.
but they're professional. They're nice to film.
They're
and
fun.
It's new content. It's fun. It's new content. And honestly, I never before like last season talked about college football once on the channel. Now
Mhm.
we're incorporating it a little bit more, and having this podcast has definitely furthered my knowledge about the sport. So I'm super happy about that as well.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 12.
See ya.